Let's make some sourdough bread together. First, start by grabbing 100 grams of active sourdough starter. Next, add in 350 grams of lukewarm water into your bowl. Then add 500 grams of bread flour. Then add 10 grams of sea salt. I really like this one from Iceland, but you can use any brand. Next, you're just going to mix it all together until the dough becomes a bit shaggy. Feel free to use your hands here. Next, just cover and let rest for 1 hour. After an hour, begin your first set of stretch and folds. Grab a handful and stretch up about 10 inches and repeat about 6-8 times. Be careful not to tear the dough and be sure to fold it over itself. Next, just cover and let rest for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you're going to start your second round of stretch and folds. The dough will start to look a little bit more dense here. Cover and let rest another 30 minutes. Repeat the same process for the third set of stretch and folds. On the fourth set of stretch and folds, be a little bit more gentle. Repeat the same process. Cover and let rise. Typically, the rise needs to get to 75%. This can take anywhere from 4 to 8 hours on the counter. Once you have a rise of at least 75%, you can start to pre-shape your dough. Grab a cutting board, add flour, and place your dough on the floured cutting board. Gather all your dough into a circle and flip upside down. Tighten the dough by making circular motions with your hands by cupping the dough. Let rest 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, it is now time to shape the dough. Flip it over and repeat the same process. Place in the proofing basket upside down and let rest for another 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, start stitching the dough by pinching the sides into the middle, sprinkle with flour, and cover. Refrigerate for 8 to 16 hours. When you're ready to bake, set the oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit and place the Dutch oven and a sheet pan on the bottom rack so that the bottom of your bread doesn't burn. Grab your dough from the fridge, place it on parchment paper, and you can begin to add a design. Be sure to add an expansion joint as well. After 60 minutes, you can remove the Dutch oven from your oven and take the lid off and place the bread inside the Dutch oven. I also recommend adding in 3 ice cubes to create steam. Also, once you place the bread in the oven, go ahead and switch the temperature down to 450 degrees and you'll bake this for 20 minutes with the lid on. After 20 minutes, you'll take the Dutch oven out and remove the lid. Continue to bake again without the lid for another 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, you'll have a perfectly golden brown sourdough loaf freshly baked by you. As tempting as it is, I recommend waiting until the bread has